Kate Garraway Relives Harrowing call where her husband Derek told her it just can't go on. Ulrika Jonsson admits plans to pen much more steamier scenes on her new novel. And lastly, EastEnders Jamie Borthwick finds out his cousins with his co-star when they met on set. Hi everyone, welcome to CBJ's Bulwat's. Don't go anywhere and we'll be right back. Let's get right to it. Now, the last couple of months has seen Kate Garraway go through a lot with her husband Derek, first from him suffering from COVID-19, then also from kidney failure as well. Her husband of 16 years, Derek Draper, had feared that he would not be able to go on after spending months in intensive care. And in the ITV documentary, Kate Garraway Finding Derek will be seeing the heartbreaking moment where her husband had told her he doesn't think he could go on. And I will say Kate is definitely trying her best to cope with the situation. Although she cannot be with them due to the lockdown restrictions, she stays with them through her iPad, and yes, she's also helping her kids to bring as much positivity to him as possible. And according to her, although the virus has left his body, he's still dealing with kidney failure, damage to his liver and his pancreas, as well as heart failure. Now basically, since this all started, they've not been able to be together as a family, but she's in the high hopes that when he gets well, which she's highly praying for, he'll come back up and they'll, start everything all over again. Might not be easy, which everybody knows it will not even be easy because he's still the same person, but there are some things that just will not be the same. So yes, it might not be easy at the end of the day, but hey, as far as there's life, there is hope, and we're in the high hopes that he gets well soon so he can be with his family and his children. And yeah, like I said before, it's not going to be easy, but if they're all together, everything's good. Moving on to the next, Ulrika Jonsson has promised that she'll be penning much more steamier scenes in her new novel. Now, she said before in a previous book, the importance of being marital, she didn't even think to do that because she was like, she didn't want sex to be at the forefront. But right after her own book was published, not long after 50 Shades of Grey was also published, so we made her think, well, if it could have that much of, that going on, then hers wouldn't be a problem either. Well, I will say sometimes when you read books, sometimes you want to see a little bit of something, and sometimes you don't want to. But I personally do not like when the steamy scenes take over the plot of the book. It's like, bleh. And on the reasons why she did not think to include sex in the previous book, well, she said at the time she didn't know how her 53-year-old character was going to feel towards the idea, but now that she's quite in the close range to that age, she understands how the character feels, and she'll be integrating it into her new book. And not being able to write it on her own because she finds it kind of weird and awkward, so she turned to steamy book writer Rachel Stewart to give her tips. Now, catch this. I know a lot of people are looking forward to doing different things once the lockdown has been lifted and the restrictions relaxed and everything. But she's looking forward to having sex with strangers and letting her hair down. Like, come on, of all things. I'm just saying though, if that's what she's looking forward to, then no problem. But really, geez, woman, you're 56. Like, let your hair down, take a swim, take a vacation. But that, I don't know. Lastly, it isn't every day that you come across family that you do not even know exists, but yes, this was the case for Jamie Borthwick when he found out his co-star Charlie Winter was his cousin. The 26-year-old found out his co-star, who is 24 years old, is not only an actor, but also his family after he joined him in Walford. Jamie, who played Jay Brown in the series since 2006, was intrigued when he heard that the new actor actually had the name of someone he knew. So he did a little digging and voila, he found out they were second cousins. Although Jamie has been on the soap for 15 years, Charlie was there for only one, where he was sensationally killed off in the series. Okay, I think family reunions should be done every year, like every year. Whether you're from north, south, wherever you are, every family should be doing family reunions, because I was just imagining if, let's say the co-star was a girl and, you just kind of liked each other and there were, sparks flying, and then they found out they were cousins. That would not be nice at all. Anyways, I don't think this is the first time that an actor or an actress would discover that they are family with somebody on set. Yeah, so I don't think it's the first time. But anyhow, I'm just glad they found each other, and who knows, there might be other second and third cousins coming down the way. Alright guys, that's about it today on CB Gist. Thank you for joining in, and let's not be strangers. Join us on every of our social media platforms, on Instagram at cameraboy.tv, Facebook at cameraboyofficial, Twitter at cameraboytvng, and also like and subscribe to our videos on YouTube. And you can also link up with me on Instagram at watife_UNI, same thing on Facebook, and same thing on Twitter. Until I come here next time guys, stay safe, COVID is real.